Welcome back to the TRK video training series. This is Lee Murray, and we are now on step 3, where we're actually going to be getting into your Rotator kit emails, right? I just wanted to make sure that you were set up properly before we get to this, and it's very important that you are, because otherwise, what is it that you're loading these emails into, okay? Well, you need to have your autoresponder set up, you need to have your lead capture system set up, so that you can actually capture those leads and get people to read your damn emails in the first place, right? And so that's what we're all about here, and that's what this video is all about. Okay, so let's go ahead, and you can see here we are already in my Get Response account under Tools and Autoresponders, okay? And from here, we're going to choose the appropriate list. So I think the one that we had already begun is called I think it's just called the Rotator kit. No, it's not. What was it called? List Infinity? Yeah, it was List Infinity. Okay, my bad. So List Infinity, and we would have at this point already loaded up those 7 emails. I just, for demonstration purposes, showed you how to load the first one. But for the second one, you would have gone to Create Autoresponder, take me to the new email creator, and then you would have set this for day 1. Right, you'd make sure that it's in the appropriate list. So we needed it to be List Infinity, not Triple Instant, and that it would be for day 1. And then you would have loaded your, you should have already done this. If we're being fair, you should have already loaded whichever emails you're using. Okay, now if you are using the lead skimmer emails as well, then you should have already had those loaded, and and now we can get to work loading our Rotator kit emails. Okay, so we have, I believe that I have a full 30 days that I would have loaded. So I'm going to load my Rotator kit emails starting on day 31, right? So even if you haven't loaded your initial, if you haven't followed step 2, as it were, then, you can still do this. You can still start loading your Rotator kit emails now, and then just, when you complete step 2, you'll catch up to day 31 here, right? Does that make sense? So we're going to start our Rotator kit emails on day 31. All right, and then you can just call this day 31, right? You can really just call it day 31. Or, if you were calling your previous emails List Infinity day 31, or days 1, List Infinity day 2, List Infinity day 3, as I already described for you in the previous video, right, in the previous step, then this will be List Infinity day 31. Keep it congruent just so it looks, nice, and it's easy. It's, you're basically keeping a file here with all of your autoresponder emails, right? So kind of make them uniform, just so it says date, so you know what day it is. But you don't have to be creative or tricky. They're, we're promoting one single link always, a Rotator link, right? Beyond our initial 30 or 7 or 10 or 14, however many emails you've loaded up. I've got 30 that I'm loading up personally, but so I'm starting on day 31. If you're only loading 14 of our original step 2 emails, then you will start this on day 15, and then just make sure that this is on day 15, right? So you can use that, or you can just type in 15. Either way, it's fine. And then make sure that it's coming from the same address that your previous emails were coming from. And then it's time for our subject line. So what do we do from here? All right, so obviously we've got our files here. Now I keep all of mine in a folder called the Rotator kit. Okay. Now, obviously, mine looks a little different because I'm the creator of the Rotator kit. So I've got all kinds of images and graphics and stuff that you don't have. You're just going to have a file that says volume whatever emails, right? What I would do is, if you only have one Rotator kit, then obviously just go with that one. But I like to kind of randomize things. So I might start at 7, volume 7, and then work this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, whatever. I just don't want excuse me, I don't want everybody to have exactly the same sequence in exactly the same order, right? If that makes sense. So be a little creative with the order that you load these up in, but I'll just pick 7 randomly, and then we'll open up the emails. Okay. So in your case, it would, you've got this, so I can even load them. I can open that up. Emails. Okay. And then you can start, at number 1, or you can start at number 31 and work backwards, whatever. We'll start with just number 1. So let me scooch this over. I didn't realize this was going to be so big for a notepad file. I think that's just random. My bad. There cough just will not dissipate ever. All right, so subject line, we'll paste in the subject line here. And then I always like to add a little emoji, as we've already discussed. Quickest income ever. That deserves an inquisitive looking face. This one's fine. Quickest income ever. Design message. And then we're just going to copy this. Not just everything. Copy. Come over here to blank templates. Click this one here. It just says blank template at the bottom. You don't need columns or anything like that. Drag text over and paste. Now you're going to have a little white space at the top. You don't want white space at the top, but you do want white space at the bottom. We've already discussed why. We want to move this unsubscribe button or link down. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's on Arial and 18-point font. All right. So now we've got everything that we need here. If this is a single line that's next to a call to action, I like to italicize it, but not bold it. You don't need two bold lines next to each other. That would look crazy. All the best. At this point, we should be on a first name basis, so just Lee, in my case. Now we're going to bold these. So what are we going to hyperlink these with? What the heck are we going to hyperlink these with? Well, that's going to be entirely up to you how you want to do your rotator. We've got options. We've got top dog rotator. We've got the URL rotator manager plugin that we can upload to our own site if you don't have your own site, which honestly you should have your own site. Okay, because if you have your own site, then you can use Pretty Links plugin, which is probably the most powerful plugin I've ever personally used in my life. I use that plugin more than anything else, and the reason for it is twofold. First of all, it's really easy to keep track of your URLs, right? Like, ask me right now what my List Infinity affiliate link is. It's tripleinstant.com/LI for my squeeze page, or tripleinstant.com/list-infinity for my sales page, right? My IPS is tripleinstant.com/IPS. My get response, tripleinstant.com/GR. Okay, and that's so you always know what your links are. Okay, and my rotator link would be no matter where I build my rotator, God dang, be it on Lead Sleep, Top Dogs, the URL rotator manager, Click Magic, wherever my hang on a second, let me get this cough out of me real quick. So wherever you're building your rotator at, you still want to pretty link it. Okay, so if you're using Click Magic, which is my recommended, it's my top recommendation, but Click Magic is also the most expensive. It's like $37 a month. But with that, you can track your solo ad clicks. I mean, it's not just a rotator; it's a link tracker. It's it's a full-on. It's the most important tool, aside from your own site and your autoresponder. It's among the most important tools you can have. I would almost call it an essential. It's not quite an essential unless you're buying traffic. Then it's definitely an essential. But the rotator is very robust. It's very cool. There's all kinds of things you can do with it that you can't do with other rotators. Let me show you here. One moment. So this is Click Magic. This is the back office, and I clicked on rotators. And we've got different rotator groups, so you can have a multitude of rotators. So if you wanted to have a group of rotators that was for affiliates or for JV partners, then you could segregate them in that way. If you wanted to have some rotators that promote Warrior Plus offers exclusively or ClickBank offers exclusively, that's cool. If you want to have rotators that promote software exclusively, AI stuff exclusively, info products exclusively, the BizOps exclusively, you can create a multitude of lists and a multitude of rotators and separate them accordingly. Okay, so this will be the first link in the description because this is what I do recommend. But I'm going to show you how to pretty link your link in just a moment as well. So I already created one called Income Systems, and let's just look at it. If we click this little show URLs, okay, so you'll click the little wrench there and then show URLs. And you can see I've already got my IPS link in there. I've already got my multiple income funnel link in there. my E1U Life, my MLGS Legendary Marketer. You can add as many affiliate products as you want, okay? All of them using your link. And then you are going to, click add URL, right? And do I already have guaranteed leads? I don't think I have guaranteed leads. So I'll type in guaranteed leads, and again, triple-instant.com/GL, right? So that's why you want pretty links. I'm going to demonstrate pretty links for you in just a moment, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and add Rotator URL, and then you can choose how you want your Rotator to behave. Like when people click on the links, you can choose if you want it to just go sequential, if you want it to be completely random. There's tutorials inside of ClickMagick that show you what to do there, okay? But say that a new product launch came along, right? Like for me, the Rotator Kit 13 comes along, right? So I could go add URL. I could go TRK 13, right? And then that's going to be leemurray.com/the Rotator Kit 13, right? I'm going to add that Rotator URL, okay? But this can be any product. The point I'm making is say that something hot comes out, right? Something that's just killing it online. This is something that you can do inside of ClickMagick that you can't do anywhere else with any other Rotator that I'm aware of anyway. Is that you can just go through and you don't have to delete the other ones, but say you just want this hot new product that comes out to be the only thing that's being promoted for a while. Maybe you want to win a leaderboard prize, right? Maybe you're in the contest. You want to win that leaderboard prize. So remember, when you've got, a bunch of people on your list, and each day they're receiving an automated email from you, that's just like them receiving a broadcast from you, right? And so you can actually pause guaranteed leads. You can pause legendary marketer. You can pause everything but the newest, latest, greatest thing that you're trying to promote, right? And then once that launch period has ended and you've won your $5,000 leaderboard prize, congratulations in advance, then you can come back and unpause everything and just click active, 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 etc., right? And so that's very cool. You can also separate the weight of each one. So say that you wanted to still promote everything else, but you wanted, the new TRK 13 to be represented in 50% of the clicks that people make in your Rotator link inside of your email. So then you can go to the pencil icon here and edit URL, and let's see here, URL settings, position, I'm going to tell you what, let me pause this video real quick so I can remember how to do it. Anyway, I clicked the little help button because I couldn't find weight, but it does explain weight here. There is a way to change that as far as giving something more priority over the rest, but I couldn't find it quickly enough, and that's not really the purpose of this video, is to give you a ClickMagick tutorial in full. Maybe I'll create a separate video in the future about that, and I'll show you all the little bells and whistles and everything. But the main thing is, you've got the ability to pause other campaigns. With other rotators that I know of, you either can't edit them at all, or you can only delete, right? So then you would have to come back and completely re-add your URLs in the future. And so this is just a very handy tool, and it's robust. It's more trustworthy than the rest, I believe. Okay, so what I would do here in this case is, let's see, that's Rotator URLs. Let me X out of that. And then we will just take this link, okay? So I think we click the pencil. No, we click the little wrench and go copy Rotator link, okay? Now, again, this is not going to be a ClickMagick tutorial. It's also not going to be a WordPress tutorial. So if you don't know how to set up your own WordPress site, I suggest that you learn, but I do recommend SiteGround hosting. I walk you through this inside of my Freaky Funnel and my Triple Instant courses for free, but I'll also include some free training here on YouTube in the future that'll walk you through that kind of stuff. But getting a website is a piece of cake, all right? And if you don't already have one, you need to get one. You really do, because you really need pretty links. So I'm going to go into triple-instant.com/WordPress admin. And let me scoot this up a little bit here. Okay. Log on in. And with let me update everything real quick. This is something that's going to happen quite often, especially if you have SiteGround WordPress hosting, because they'll kind of let you know when things need to be taken care of. I'm going to select all, update, and then we'll do its thing real quick. But what you want to do here is you want to go to plugins, okay? Right here, plugins. And among other plugins, again, I can't give you a full WordPress tutorial in this video. That's not the point. The point of this video is to show you how to load up your Rotator emails, right? So we need to hop to that and do it 1, 2, 3. But the it's pretty simple here. You would just go to add new right up here, okay? Add new, and then you'll just type in pretty links. You know how to spell pretty links, right? And then you'll activate it and install it, and then you will have this right here, pretty links. Okay, and so we just copied that Rotator URL, and I probably already have a pretty links in here for it, but let me just do this anyway, and I will just go income systems click magic Rotator, right? And I will paste in that Rotator URL, and then systems, simple, tripleinstant.com/systems. And you'll do this no matter what your Rotator is, right? You'll still use pretty links to create a systems or a whatever, but I like to say systems because in my Rotator Kit emails that you're using, we mention systems a lot, right? Like, click here to check out this system. What you need to do is get your hands on a proven system, like this one here, hyperlink, right? So if you just call it systems, there you go. And then we're going to update it. So tripleinstant/systems. It's already taken, so I've already got it in there. So, but that's how you would do it. And then you're going to go back to your email here, right? And from now on, every single link that you ever create is going to go to your site.com/systems. Easy, right? Very, very easy. Every email that you ever load from now until the day that you cease to be, systems, right? And we'll do it again here. And before long, depending on how many, accounts or not accounts, but how many inside of your GET response, how many different URLs you've already used to hyperlink other things. But it will see how these just auto-populate here. Once you use it enough, it'll be the first one. So right here we got, see, it auto-populates. So then you can just click it. It gets real easy for you after a while. You just have to do this a few times and then it gets super easy for you. So then you would go next, right? Real easy stuff here. Day 15, or we could call it List Infinity Day 15, whatever, okay? And then the quickest income ever. Boom, there's our email. You can send the test message if you want to, and go check it in your own inbox, and then save and publish. Okay, and so now we've got our Rotator link. I just kind of wanted to throw that into this video. So this video is kind of an all things under one roof when it comes to doing this, when it comes to actually implementing your Rotator kit. And again, there will be links in the description for various rotators. And I do recommend that you go with ClickMagick if you can afford to do so. You do get a 14-day free trial. And then we're going to go create autoresponder. I'm just going to do this just to show you how quick and easy it is. We want to make sure we are in the appropriate list infinity in this case. And this will be a List Infinity Day 16, right? An itchy nose. I have 3 cats. Fuck with me a lot. So, we'll go to our next email, okay? Cat hair, mostly. Not allergies. Join the 300 Club, eh? Join the 300 Club. And, boom. And then, again, a little emoji is always nice. Join the 300 Club. Just a winky face is cool. and design message. And now we can copy the body. Copy. Come back up here to blank templates. Choose the blank template. Drag the text box over and paste. Come to the top, get rid of that white space, go to the bottom, add a whole bunch of white space, and then we're going to Control A, go over to make sure it's on Arial and 18-point font. Cool. Sometimes I will, not with that one because it's right next to the two arrows, so we don't want this to be indented also, but I will italicize it, right? And just look for opportunities to bold stuff, right? So in a three item list, I might bold 2 of them. Okay, just to make it look cooler. No guesswork, and then we will look. See, here's a powerful system. There's that word, system. And what do we hyperlink that with? I've got too many, so it's not going to pop up immediately. But I bet it would if I kept on doing this, right? But here it is, triple instance systems. Insert. Here we can just italicize that. And bold. At this point, you should know the drill, right? It's pretty easy stuff. It really is. Let me look you in the eye and say that. This is super easy. Super damn easy. It really is. Oh. Where's my systems? There it is. See, it climbed. Did you see that? It actually climbed up the rankings because I'm starting to use it more frequently already. Talk soon. Lee. This doesn't look bolded at all. Let's bold it. And the whole thing is, I don't know what happened there. See, this is what this is what we don't want. We don't want the, we don't want this. We don't want the arrow and this first line to be hyperlinked. It just looks stupid. That's the only reason why. It just looks dumb. Oh, I should have broken the chain link. Hold on a second. Right here, and we'll break it right here. Okay. There we go. That looks much better. Okay. So getting yourself to the $300 per day mark is truly not complicated. Find something cool to promote. 2, find an audience to promote it to. And 3, expand that audience. The good news is that with the right system in place, this becomes easy. Everything's spelled out for you. All resources, training, and monetization is all under one roof. No guesswork. Here's a powerful system. Okay? And by the way, if we were to, we can get this link real quick. We'll just come up here and let's highlight everything and then right click and go to. Okay? We'll go to it. And look at that. Multiple income funnel. Okay? Cool, right? And then, I don't know, sometimes if you're using the same browser and you do it immediately afterwards, let's see here. Sometimes it'll just keep sending us back to multiple income funnel because of cookies and stuff like that, but yeah. So it'll probably just keep sending us back to the same system this time around because we're clicking it. So I think it needs time to have some variety involved, but it's all good. And then next, make sure it's in the appropriate list. You always want to double check that, triple check it, make sure. And here we go, join the 300 club. There we go, save and publish. Okay. And that's all there is to it, my friend. And then you will just keep doing that. Is it going to take you some time? Yes, it's going to take you some time. Can you hire your kids to do it or a college kid to do it on the cheap? Yes, you can. But remember, this is one-time work. This is a one-time effort. You load up, 3, 4, 5, 600 of these, 1,000 of them, right? It might take you a few days. It might take you a week. It might take you a couple weeks to get them all loaded in. But then you're good for the rest of your life, right? Then all you ever have to worry about is building your list, getting people onto your email list, and these emails will keep going out on your behalf day after day after day after day after day for freaking years. Is it worth it to spend a couple weeks to do that? You got to understand the power of an effective backend, and you have to understand the power of a massive backend, right? That's what Sir Mix-a-Lot preached about. if you can remember. You smart? You get that? Anyway, the, you want this thing to go on as long as it can go on, because then you don't have to do any email marketing ever. You don't ever have to do any email marketing. And if you're a smart cookie and you are using ClickMagick, you can go in and start editing these URLs. So go to show URLs. And again, you can start pausing, right? Anything that doesn't take top priority at the moment. So a new system comes in that you're super excited about, you can add that to your rotator and pause everything but that thing. And so now, I mean, you're basically, sending out a broadcast for that thing, because you're still sending out an email to everybody on your list every day, right? Every day. And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to be nervous about it. You don't have to what am I going to write about this product? Now, if you want to send a broadcast in addition to having these emails go out, and send 2 emails a day or 3 or whatever, that's fine. If you're very serious about that product, you're very serious about the promotional aspect of it, you want to win that leaderboard, for example, then, go for it. But you can still just make it so that all of your emails are focused on one product. And that's kind of really the power of ClickMagick here. So that's why I recommend it. That's why it's the first link in the description below. So do be sure to check that one out, won't ya? And then make sure to pretty link it like I showed you. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope that helps. And then you're just going to keep on loading these rotator emails over and over again in whatever order you deem fit. And the heater in my room just came on. It's loud and I'm already starting to sweat. So I'm going to let you go for now. But it's been a pleasure as always. And be sure to stick around for my next video. But not until, don't watch my next video until you've completed these steps. I'm not telling you to load all billion rotator emails that you have. Take it day by day, step by step, eat that elephant one bite at a time. 5 a day, 10 a day, 20 a day. If you can allot an hour a day, I bet you can probably load about 30 of these a day, right? In an hour, 2 minutes each. I think you could pull that off, especially considering the fact that the link is always the same. It's always going to be your site/systems, right? So that's why you really want to have your own domain, your own WordPress with pretty links. Because if you don't have that, you're not going to have the same advantage here. Also, one more thing. If your ClickMagick account, if you can't pay your bill for a long time and they cancel your account, whenever somebody visits that link, and you're going to have it inside of a billion different emails, right? You're going to have emails going out every single day just with that raw ClickMagick link. You couldn't pay your bill, or whatever rotator you were using became obsolete. It got pulled off the market. It got broken. They stopped maintaining it, whatever the case may be. Now you've got a broken link inside of hundreds or thousands of emails. That is catastrophic. That's catastrophic. Now you have to go into each one of your emails and add a new link. Right? That sucks. Don't do that. Don't end up in that situation. That's why a little foresight goes a long way here. And that's why having pretty links is the right move. Now, if you can't pay for your domain or hosting, then you just weren't meant to succeed in business anyway, right? That's like having a business and you not being able to pay the rent or pay the lease on your property in a brick and mortar business. You can't pay the lease, you can't pay the rent. Well, then, tough luck. That's the way life goes sometimes. But at least, if with this situation, you're not paying a lease on a freaking, you're not paying $1,000 a month on a lease. You're paying $50 a year, right, on hosting and domain. And Pretty Links is free, by the way. Pretty Links is 100% free. So definitely use the Pretty Links, because you just don't want to get in a situation where you have to go in and do surgery on hundreds and hundreds of emails. Okay, dead horse beaten. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thanks again for joining me. This is Lee Murray from tripleinstant.com and the Rotator Kit. I hope you're enjoying so far, and I'll see you in the next video. Go take some action, won't you?